In her semi-autobiographical collection of interconnected stories, The Last of the Menu Girls, 1986, Chicana writer Denise Chávez delves into her own adolescent and young adult experiences in New Mexico through the fictional protagonist Rocio Esquibel. The term menu girl refers to a hospital worker responsible for taking patients' food orders. The opening story, Willow Game, depicts Rocio's neighborhood in Las Cruces, the second largest city in New Mexico. The local children divide their street into up and down sections, separated by a tree and a vacant lot. Rocio lives on the downside. Though the other children prefer the up section, Rocio is content among the neighbors and relatives she knows best. Her favorite place is the willow tree in her yard, a gathering spot for friends and families taking photographs. As the neighborhood children grow, the apricot and willow trees stand as familiar landmarks until a teenage boy named Billy cuts down the Esquibel's willow tree, witnessed by Rocio, leaving her with a lingering trauma. In the closet, Rocio and her sister, Mercy, explore their mother Neve's closet during nap time. They discover numerous treasures, including a sliding picture of Jesus alternating between a human form and a shadowed shrouded figure, as well as the shoes Neves wears as a teacher. The most significant find is a photograph from Neve's wedding to her first husband, Juan Luz Contreras, father of Rocio's half-sister Renelia. Juan died 3 days after Renelia's birth from ingesting acid, a tragedy whose cause is debated as accidental, intentional by a local druggist, or suicide. Rocio comes to believe she was born in this closet. Evening in Paris is set around Christmas 1960, when 12-year-old Rocio has $3 to buy a gift for her mother. At Woolworth's, she selects a perfume set called Evening in Paris. Stopping to admire herself at the makeup counter, she wishes to be beautiful and wealthy enough to spend her evenings in Paris. At home, most presents are gifts to Neves from students, some of which will later be rewrapped as gifts for Rocio and Mercy's teachers. The aromas of roast chicken and empanadas evoke Neves' youth. Later, as an adult visiting Paris, Rocio recalls the perfume, linking it to her mother's disregard and her own memories. In Shooting Stars, Rocio spends the summer in Texas with her grandmother, aunt, and cousins, meeting a distant relative, Eloisa, a stylish and beautiful 16-year-old. Rocio admires Eloisa's appearance and freedom, yet her image of perfection shatters when she observes Eloisa at the movies, smoking and flirting with boys. Returning to New Mexico, Rocio encounters Diana, a purer version of Eloisa, equally beautiful, but still a virgin, though Diana is mocked by boys for her speech impediment. The title story, The Last of the Menu Girls, follows Rocio as a teenager working at a hospital, taking patients' food orders. She is initially puzzled by her decision, given the painful memory of watching her great-aunt Utillo die with her dementia and imagined piano playing haunting Rocio. Despite these associations, she persists in her work, achieving significant emotional growth. Over time, Rocio's responsibilities expand to assisting nurses and forming empathetic bonds with patients, enhancing her emotional awareness. In Space is a Solid, Rocio leaves home to study drama in college, working in the theater department, teaching acting to children and managing the costume room. In class, the children engage in exercises imagining themselves as molecules or slicing the air, pretending space is solid. Rocio also experiences an unfulfilling romantic relationship with a graduate student and suffers a mysterious, possibly psychosomatic illness that forces a 2-week leave from school. The final story, Competer, finds Rocio back in New Mexico after college, feeling stifled living with her mother and sister. She decides to become a writer. Neves advises her to write about familiar people and places to develop her unique voice. Rocio realizes that to do so effectively, she must first leave the places and people she knows. The Last of the Menu Girls offers an emotional and evocative portrait of a Chicana girl growing up in mid-20th century New Mexico, blending memory, identity, and the complexities of family and community. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.